are with Brazil Multisport, a team that came in third in the Adventure Racing World Championship. They won here last year in Expedition Guaraní. We already introduced the guys in the pre-race chatting, and we asked so many questions. But now that the race has passed, we want to know that after planning so much to be here in an Adventure Racing World Championship, if you think that the strategy went well, or maybe perhaps just say how you started a little bit slow and then you went improving throughout the race and you got to the third position. Maybe Nick?
Yeah. Yeah, so we had a good plan before the race, just not go crazy at the start. I always laugh at teams that go sprinting off as if the race is going to finish in the first kilometre. You know, the race finishes in 550 kilometres, so that's when you want to be at your best. So, yeah, so we started fairly steady on the first trek. Then we had a really good sleep, found a great place to sleep just before the kayak, which was our plan. We actually did plan to sleep on the kayak, but then it was going to rain, so we found somewhere dry before the kayak. Had a really good kayak, didn't stop kayaking. I think maybe we had the quickest time on the kayak stage. And then, yeah, we pushed hard on the bike stages, and we just kept sleeping. Every night we slept. The race was going to take us longer than we originally planned, so we slept more. So I think in the total of the race, we had almost 6 hours sleep. So on the last stage, when we had to push and we caught up with the Estonians, we were full of beans. We were ready to push hard and we could run to the finish line. So that was really great. So I think, yeah, we pretty much did what we planned to do. Yeah, we had some injuries along the way, which slowed us down. And there's a few things that, you know, you can't predict those things. You hope everyone's feet will stay together, but we all had a few, you know, little niggles of feet. So we managed those quite well. And yeah, I think it was a well-executed plan.
Cami, evidently the plan worked well, but if you think back, what would you have done differently?
Well, as Nick said, we always have a plan. We had a very good plan because we knew the terrain very well. But the rain wasn't planned, so the cold wasn't planned. So many things that just turn up to be surprises, and we have to adjust. So it's always like that in adventure racing. You know, we are planning a lot for good hydration, systems of hydration, how often we would refill our bottles and drink so much water, because we knew this was important. But at the end, it was nothing like this. We didn't have to think about hydration. It was super easy to get hydrated in the situation we were with the temperatures that were lower this year. So I think this was like an advantage for people from all cold weather countries, and it's just made them go harder and harder. We couldn't keep up with them, so since the beginning our trackings were slower. Our bikes and kayak were okay, were good together with the first teams, but definitely our trackings were not on the same level of them. And this made us realize that we would have to be extraordinary in everything else. And we tried. So this was good. We kept pushing wherever we could. We did our lemonades with the lemons we got along the way. There was a lot of lemon trees along the way. And at the end, it went very well. And I think we deserve this place. You know, it's always what you get is what you have to get. It's nothing different. You know, we worked very hard, but for sure, Safati and Arvaia are great teams, have a lot of history, have a very good teamwork together, are already world champions. Arvaia, we don't say how many times, but and was very good to be around them for the first time. Was our first podium, so for a Brazilian team. So this is definitely a big achievement for us, and yeah.
Now for Guilherme, you were talking that you are the first Brazilian team to be in a podium, and it's very important. And we know that you back home have a great adventure community, that you are kind of the icons around that community. I just wanted to know how strong you feel, or how do you think those feelings for the community and what they give back is pushing you when you are in the race.
I really think the energy that we feel like sometimes like on the middle of the course or middle of the night and after or during like a moment of pain that we have to endure or sleep where like being weak. When we sleep, we will be like the weakest of the team, so we have to catch up the team, and you suddenly feel a urge to go a little faster, really. And then it was funny because in this race we felt this on this last transition coming into the last stage of the race. We were like coming from the last stage where we were very steady, not really trying to push. And that moment I felt a urge to push. I thought like, maybe the teams behind are catching us. Jonas said, no, we can still catch the Stones. I didn't believe that anymore. And Jonas, like by the 45 minutes of the second time, may score a big goal. Like was like he really light up the energy, and was a real thing that we felt the energy coming back to run again and don't feel like the exhaustion that we were before. And I didn't know that we were catching the stone, and then we saw them and caught them, and then the energy got like full on, like 100% back. We are like new again, and we run to the finish line. Like this was like not expecting overcoming like Estonia so far in the race, and then talk to family. They said like they wake up in the middle of the night thinking about us, which probably was the same time that we were feeling the urge to change our pace, our behavior on the race.
How you work your way through the final. Are you planning on doing the same thing next year, participating in regional events so that you can climb to another podium in the World Champs?
So my life is like having been changing because this year I got a job at school, so I need to organize my life to see how it will be next year. But I hope, yes, I want to change my life for adventure racing. So because it's my life, and yeah, I would like to be here in this team that they catch me with so love. This team is so good. I was in the race like in a bad situation with my feet, but they never say for me like, you not get to go anymore, and they just help me and give my energy to me and progress during the race. And over the race, I got to recover. In the last bike, I didn't feel anymore my feet. And when you went to the last section, I feel that we need to go as fast as possible. So I say, no, let's go to do the best. Wherever we find in front of us, go until the finish line. And we did that. We got to do that. This is a big team. I am so proud to be here with these guys.
That's when Jonas got his feet fixed. Like after the TA, we would dry his feet and put and drain the blisters and put the tape and take care. And then you go out in the course, and this section was like bike section, go out, and right after I had to cross a river. So it would be like all the work lost So I said, "Oh, come on, I carry you, man. I can do this." And then I tried to for him to stand like on my back and I cross, and like the minute he got in, like up, like we lose balance and fall in an empty house, like we were full of ants. And then I asked for Nick help, so we would carry him like in two people, like a ninja. So he didn't wet his feet through this section, and that really helped too. Until one point when we fell, but I managed to save his feet while he was drawing his head. So he was like saving his feet like this.
And now for the fun part, we figured it would be great for you, the guys in the podium, ask some questions to the other guys. So in this case, I turned the microphone to Camila to ask a question to the guys in Safat.
So there are many questions I want to ask. I want to know a lot about you guys, about what you train, what you do, what you eat. But for now, I think a good thing to know is what was your best decision during the race and what was your worst decision during this race.
Okay, so thank you guys. There you have it. The third team in the World Champs, an incredible team, a team that is very well supported by their own community. They're doing great, defending now their national flag, and it's amazing to see you guys. It's amazing the energy that you bring to the sport, and I hope you guys continue this path all the way up to Expedition Africa next year, and be the best version of you, and who knows. So thank you guys.